Sub-Saharan Africa's industry annual flagship summit, the Real Estate Unite, held its 2015 edition here in Lagos. Focusing on the theme connecting the dots, which has to do with opportunities, transformation and sustainability, it was an opportunity to bring again industry stakeholders and key leaders in the sector to discuss the issues around the sector.
One thing that is required from the government, new or old, is the creation of an enabling environment. I think the one thing that was clear when the GDP for the country was rebased was a definition of the market. One of the sectors that has the highest growth rate in the Nigerian economy. From the perspective that from the side of the business that I participate in, the one thing that the government needs to do is create a more predictable and more stable operating environment for developers, for capital flow, for other participants of the real estate market. Some of the recent changes in regulation or announcements in regulation over the last couple of I would say months or weeks have created a tightening of the market, and if from the world that I see, if that continues, it will certainly cause the size of the market to shrink.
What do we do about this? What can we do as leaders in the industry, everybody sitting here, to maybe form a forum, form some kind of, some kind of committee that can reach out to the government to do something? Because it's just going to be, we're just going round and round. Because we talk about, the land issues we're having here, we talk about finances, we talk about frustrations where there's no rule of law in the country, unfortunately. And these are things that deter foreign investors from coming in.
Since February 1978, people have been picking holes in that land use act. I'm not a lawyer, but I attended an event full of lawyers 2 years ago, and a body was put together. And what they said then was that they were going to take a communique to President Goodluck Jonathan, which was eventually done. By the end of the day, I know that as soon as it was dropped and the people who took it there had some coffee and some nice wine, they turned around and walked away. So I think it is extremely essential that after today's program, tomorrow's program, I wish Ruth was still here. We have to let her know.
She's right here.
We must come together and then agree on what we have all gained and what we are going to take away from here and what we will implement. It's extremely important. But the Land Use Act is one thing that is a must for discussion.
The issue of land use act, the land, that is the beginning of everything. Mortgage, name it, residential, commercial. If the land policies and regulatory bodies are not doing things rightly, to make it easier for you as an investor to say, okay, I've bought this, and I'm not going to encounter a lot of trouble. I will be able to build and deliver on time. That will drive the industry. But if after purchasing a particular land, like she said, and I think that's one major thing that everybody that's interested in real estate had to take seriously, the issue of litigation.
Okay, being an advocate, I can tell you, to keep people together is such a big deal. So to have people to even speak their mind, to have people to say what they're supposed to say without thinking, oh, who is watching me, who is going to quote me. So we don't have that in society yet. But we need to understand transparency. We should understand that you have, we practice democracy. You should speak your mind, okay? So we don't have that freedom of speech yet as individuals. So I don't know if it's fear, or like me, I would say to, a few people are trying to reach when things happen. We run an online information portal, and people hoard information. They don't want to put it out there. And how do you put the pressure on government if you don't even have the right to see information? So we should be able to be more transparent in delivering our information, be able to open up.
One is commitment from our end, and then I will also add in prioritization. Because for the government to listen to us, we need to show that commitment to them that we are a voice to be reckoned with. And in what Ruth is saying, what Benga is saying, is accurate. where we show up, you deliver, you disappear, then there's no commitment. So why are they going to commit if we are not committing? So first is committing, and then second is prioritization, because there are many topics. You talked about mortgage, and I discussed REIT. I believe there are different pressure points for each of us, and different things that we prioritize. So one is identifying the group, but then prioritizing, and are we prioritizing by the most important? Me personally, I would say maybe prioritizing by the easiest for us to accomplish together as a team, because we need to be able to show to the government that we are a force to be reckoned with, and a force to be reckoned with needs to show not just commitment, but actually execution all the way to the end. So are they easier projects that we want to rally around, and then show that this is a group of people that you need to take seriously? I think it's something we need to think about as we have this conversation.
And it's clear that there are issues on the demand side, there are issues on the supply side. There's no one silver bullet that can sort of clear all the issues, but a top of mind presence in the mind of government, hopefully would get us moving in the right direction. From my perspective, I think that's perhaps where we can leave it for now.
At the end of the interesting sessions at the opening day here at the Real Estate Unite 2015 conference, there is need for strong collaboration among industry stakeholders and leaders in the industry. This will help grow a sector that promises a lot of transformation and contribution to economic development of Nigeria and indeed sub-Saharan Africa.